Hey, it's Chris and welcome back to step number 7. Who are you? And how are you going to stand out and differentiate yourself in your market amongst hundreds or thousands of other agents that you're competing with? Well, your story is very important. So let me ask you a question. If a tree falls in the woods and nobody is around, does it make a sound? If you are a really good real estate agent, but you don't have any clients to do business with because they don't know you, like you, or trust you, then are you really a really good real estate agent, right? Have you had LASIK surgery on your eyes? I have, and it was super duper scary. And when I started thinking about this and somebody operating on my eyes, I thought, well, wow, I could, what if they made a mistake, right? My eyesight is super precious. I could lose my eyesight. What if all of a sudden you could not see? So many times when I speak in front of audiences, I'll split the room in half and I'll tell the people on the right, okay, you're all candidates for LASIK surgery. And all the people on the left, all right, everybody stand up, you're all LASIK surgeons. And I tell the people on the right, look across the room and pick out the best LASIK surgeon that you want to have operate on your eyeballs. And you can't talk to them, you just have to look at them. You have to pick the best one. And you have to believe that they're going to be the best surgeon for you, that they're going to operate on your eyes, right? And so what would you do in real life if you had any kind of surgery, LASIK surgery, especially on your eyes? You'd do a lot of research, wouldn't you? You'd probably go online. You'd probably go research who the top LASIK surgeons are in your area. You'd probably go look at their website. And then offline, you'd probably do some homework as well. You might ask for people that you trusted and get their recommendation. Interesting. Remember, in your real estate business that you are both the product and the service. And when you're representing yourself as a top-of-the-line real estate agent, then you have to do some marketing and you have to do some things to get people to know you, like you, and trust you. And you need to be able to attract your dream clients to find you so they can understand who you are and what you're like. And how do you do that? What are the things that we can do to get people to know us, like us, and trust us? Well, there's this Venn diagram, right? And of you and what your interests and your passions are, and your dream clients, right? And what their interests and their passions are, and where there is some alignment, that's where you're going to end up having some commonality and some areas that you're going to appeal to your dream clients. So you need to create some things. Your short bio and your long bio, these are things online that you're going to create. So when people go research you online, they find you and they learn a little bit about you, right? And you need to be prepared offline. When you're at a social gathering or a gala event, you might be surrounded by your dream clients, right? And when you're introducing yourself and people ask you, well, who are you? And what do you do? What's your answer going to be, right? How long have you been a real estate agent after you tell them you're a real estate agent? What are they asking? They're asking you about what you did before. They're trying to connect the dots of who you are, what your backstory is. Are you qualified? And they want to know about you because they're like it or not, they're trying to figure out if you're, an expert and authority, if you're qualified, right? And then the next question they're going to ask you is what? How's the real estate market? So how you answer this question will determine your ability to attract your affluent dream clients because it demonstrates your competence and your authority, and your delivery needs to be confident and with conviction. So you get to market you, just like Apple markets the iPhone and their Apple Care services. You are the product and the services in your market, right? So we don't want to create fabricated stories. That's not the point. What we want to do is highlight the things that are in alignment with your dream clients, your things that you do in the community, the areas where you overlap, so your dream clients will get to know you, like you, and trust you. All right, does that make sense? So let me map this out and let's take a look at what that looks like with this doodle graphic. Here's your dream client and their family, right? And we just went through analysis of trying to understand who they are, right? What kind of home they live in, right? The socioeconomic demographics, what the area is that they're part of, the country clubs they belong to, the nonprofit organizations that they belong to, where do they like to hang out online and offline, the events that you're going to go to, right? All of those things. But we're talking about you. So now if let's just put you up here, right? And here you are. And what do we know about you? Well, let's say that, all right, you have work stuff, right? You're a real estate agent, but you also have passions and interests that may align with this dream client, right? Certainly you have some things that are of interest to them relative to your real estate business, right? Because you're all about the homes and market reports and understanding the real estate market and helping people to buy and sell, right? That's part of your real estate. But in order to really attract these affluent clients, you need to focus on this area where their passions and interests align with your passions and interests, right? Because they want to know some things about you. They want to know your story, right? They want to, and your bio is important to them, and your story, and your reputation, right? So just like that LASIK surgeon that you're thinking about using to operate on your eyeball, they're curious about these things as well as it relates to you. And why is that important? The reason that's important because you want to get people to know you, like you, and trust you. And remember, we talked about building your reputation both online and leveraging technology and offline, right? And so it's super important. And there's a graphic in the Fast Action Guide. I'm not sure how really good I'm going to be at drawing this picture, but this is what I call the trust ladder, okay? And so here you are, and you have to take your client, and I use this image of an elephant, right? So let's see how good I am at drawing an elephant. But there's a big elephant, and so you have to take this elephant, this client, and you have to. It can be hard, and that's why it's an elephant, because elephants are heavy. But you have to get them to know you, like you, and trust you. So as you take them up this trust ladder, you have to go through these different rungs on the ladder, both online and offline. Okay, because your goal is that you want to get them to trust you, and up here they're going to recommend you, they're going to give you a testimonial, they're going to refer you, they're going to help you out to be successful in your market. But in order to get your dream client, right? In order to get your dream client to know you, like you, and trust you, you have to really focus on making sure you're marketing yourself and people are understanding who you are, and your reputation will precede you. So there's all sorts of things that we can do, right, to help market and promote ourselves with who we are. And we need to be where they are online and offline. So if they're researching us online, which they do, and they find a profile for you and it's a grayed out face, or they go to your brokerage website, you don't even have a photograph, you think they're going to want to do business with you. If they go to find your website, you don't have one. If they go say, oh, let me go look at the Facebook page for this real estate agent, and it doesn't exist, or they go to your website and they look at the fact that you haven't posted a blog for like 2 years, might not be active, right? But what if they went and they found a market report and a newsletter, and they found videos, and they found you aligned with luminaries in the community, and they found that you were involved with a lot of different nonprofits and things in the community that they're also interested in and passionate about, right? What if they read your story and they said, wow, you're originally from Ohio, or you're from Texas, or your wife was from Tulsa, or you were a marketing major, or you went to Ohio State, or you like the Dallas Cowboys, or you like to go fly fishing, or you like to do play tennis, or you like to play golf, or you did some really cool adventurous things in your life. It seems like an interesting person, and you had a really maybe your backstory was that you were an educator, a teacher, or you were in corporate world before you came in to be a real estate agent, and how you connect the dots, or you were a really, really good athlete. And so the things that you learned as an athlete to be at the top of your game and to be very, very successful as an athlete, you've applied to your real estate business. And so you're connecting those dots, your backstory. And just like when you watch a movie, right? And I say this in the Fast Action Guide, people, it doesn't matter if you're not at the top of the real estate heap right now. It doesn't matter if you're not in that top echelon. What's one of my favorite movies is Rocky, the first movie, right? And people, he didn't even win the fight at the end, right? Apollo Creed beat him, but it was the journey that he went through, and he was the underdog. Everybody was rooting for him. And so there's ways for you to tell your story so that you're attracting those dream clients. You're getting people to know you, like you, and trust you. And so I hope this diagram is helpful to understand that Venn diagram of your work and your interests, your passions. And it's super, I just close with this last thing. It's super, super rewarding for me to be able to live in this beautiful place that I get to live and do all the fun things that I get to do. Whatever those fun things are for you, figure out how you can attract dream clients that also are interested in those things. Think about your dream clients and the things they're interested in and the things that you are interested in and where that overlap is. And when you can do that, then you're going to genuinely be attracting the people that you want to do business with. This is not the roulette wheel that we talked about before, right? You're just waiting for a big fish to walk in. No, you're focused on understanding who your dream clients are and targeting them in the geographic area and the market area that you're doing business, but then aligning yourself in a lot of different ways with them so it makes it easier for them to say, I like that person, I want to do business. Hey, did you speak with so-and-so at that event? They came up and introduced me. Wow, they're really interesting, and we have a lot in common. I like them. I think if I ever have a real estate need, assuming that I believe that they're competent, right? Because they might want to like you, but if you like a LASIK surgeon, but you find out that he's no good or doesn't have a good reputation, are you going to use that person, right? So all this stuff goes together, online and offline. Super important that you get out in the community and you tell your story. Super important that you have posted this information online and people can find you when they do their research, okay? So I hope this has been informative. Have an awesome day. Go implement this today.